What's up, guys? Jeremy here from rcnightmare.com, bringing you an unboxing of our Axial Ready to Run Wraith. Like most of you know by now, Axial's has a kit coming out for this thing, but because Axial doesn't love us enough, we had to wait and mow enough lawns to go out and actually buy this thing. So Axial, if you're watching, send us a kit. Otherwise, we'll have to wait forever until we can unbox that. Anyway, like I said, we're not the first to do this, so I don't want to go too crazy into everything that comes with it, because if you're a Wraith fan, you've probably watched about 20 of these already. But you know, the key takeaways are you've got the full tube frame, 20-turn motor, so you're going to get a little bit of mixture of torque and a little bit of speed, a little bit. Comes stock with the slipper clutch, some lights. Obviously, it's got all the same standard Axial upgrades available, but again, also waterproof, they actually say, so not water resistant, waterproof radio box. We'll be the judge of that. Most things say they are, but other than Traxxas, we've been pretty much let down. Some of the upgrades that you can get for this is a dig upgrade set for the transmission. They've got aluminum everything. I forget who said it, but you know, one of the things to keep in mind with Axial is in terms of the ready to runs, you know, we own pretty much everything right now. We've got the Honcho, we've got XR10 behind me there. The key takeaway for most Axials is the format, or the platform. What you see most people doing with this thing already is, like, you know, most of the hardcore RCers, they're upgrading this thing right out of the box. Obviously, there's lots of aftermarket part support for this sort of thing, like Vanquish products, things like that. But you know, I guess without actually knowing, without actually telling me, this is, at least in my opinion, their best effort at something like that's for Joe Everybody. Similar to I don't know, like a mainstream market product. We'll see. You know, I think they probably would disagree that was their intention. So I don't want to speak for them, but I will say, out of the box, this is definitely probably the closest thing to just, hey, I want to get somebody an RC, or I want to get something that does a little bit of everything. In terms of functionality, and I know people are going to roast me for saying this, but it's sort of like, to me, now just to me, your opinion may vary, it's a lot like a Summit for me, or even a mini Summit. It's, you know, it's a rock racer. Well, what does that mean? Well, it's not a rock crawler, and it's not a racer. So they put them both together and call it a rock racer. The 20-turn motor, this thing is not going to be all that quick out of the box. It's going to be suitable, but you'll find a lot of people are upgrading to brushless if that's what they want, or they're actually putting a lower turn motor in there, getting more torque and doing some different applications. What we're going to be doing with ours over the winter is you'll have to keep an eye out for Project Snow Demon. We're going to be doing some pretty interesting stuff with this Wraith, not unlike what the online godfathers of RC like Medic and Squirrel are doing. They've got projects going too. I'm sure Jang has a project going. So why the hell not, I guess. We might not be first, but we're going to try to be the best. So here's the truck. Let me show you. Let me reach into the box and pull out. You've got your 2.4 gigahertz radio here, and like your standard Axial Mega plastic kit. With the Trail Honcho, I almost never ever dug into this at first, but then once I started really trying to max it out, I found a lot of the plastic stuff would break on me. So unfortunately for you guys, this time I'm actually a little bit better prepared to get this thing out of here. So I won't do my fat guy struggles bit, albeit I know that's a crowd pleaser. Oh, maybe you will see, maybe you'll get a little taste here. That's always easy. What I lack in intellect, I make up in brute force. So the tires on here, again, are like a softer compound, you know, not full-on rock crawler, but great all-around sort of rough terrain. like you'd want to use this thing in, like, from my experience, some rough terrain, but low clearance. So it's not like, you know, where you're just kill it with a summit and you're just dominating everything in your path. And I know people are going to kill me because I keep comparing it, but I'll stop that now. So here it is out of the box. Internally, you've got a lot of detail. For people who are into scale, you've got like your shifters, and you've got all sorts of neat little details on the inside. Bucket seats that are very detailed in terms of their trim, like things they have on them. Let's flip it over here. Show you the bottom. One thing I really like about this is really, really clean. There's not a lot of stuff that, you know, when you're going over rough terrain that you're going to have to worry a heck of a lot about when it comes to braking it. You know, kind of like the standard headlights in front here, and your battery pack. Your battery will sit in the rear. It's got a high center. There's no doubt about that. So it's going to be interesting. I know I've seen some people do some things to widen the stance. We may do that, but we're actually going to muscle this thing up and get it nice and torquey for you, and along with our project here. I almost already broke off my scale little steering wheel. You know, so it looks okay. I could probably deal without it. It's just more stuff to get dirty and break, but nice shocks. Same mount for like your steering servo in the front here. Everything will look pretty familiar to you. The motor is mounted a little off center here underneath the passenger side seat, but that's it. You can see it's got very stiff out of the box suspension, but obviously the great thing with Axial is you've got an unlimited number of things to tune, available option parts, things like that. So this is really our first take on the Axial Wraith. We're going to take this thing out right away and see how waterproof it really is. In fact, I may have to find some spare receivers right away. And we'll let you know how it does. And if you have any questions about the Axial Wraith or our opinions that may have not already been answered by everyone else, feel free to post them up on down below. And if you like our videos, you can say thanks by subscribing so you can get updated each time we put out a new video, especially as we work on our winter project with the Axial Wraith. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.